So an actual intro. We're gonna be lowering this thing, just like it is now. I made this after the fact because I forgot to do an intro. So yeah, I'm lowering a Toyota Highlander for free, just with tools I have around the house. So come on, I want to show you something. We got the front wheel off. I've already broke these loose. This one's spinny loose. There's the bump stop. That's what we're gonna put it on. These joints will not hold it from rocking like this. So we have to put this back in here. So I'm gonna have to take the strut apart and take the spring out of it and set it down right there on that. That's what that's for. That's a bump stop, so that if you hit a pothole and your wheel comes up, instead of breaking things, it hits that huge chunk of orange rubber up there. So we put a wrench right here on this side, and then we put this on this side, and it just like that. Nice and easy. I got those nuts off. This one just comes out. This one's gonna be a little harder because that's where that weight is resting. So I just gotta wiggle the whole brake rotor like this, and that'll help me get this bolt out. But see, this is exactly why we need this shock in here. Look at how much that thing's moving. So we have to put the shock back in, otherwise it will not lower the way that I'm wanting it to.
Are you recording?
Go. Okay. Never do this. This is my disclaimer. Do not do this. This is not safe. It is bad for your health, and it also might literally kill you. I'm going to do it, and I'm barefoot for extra grip. I got my monkey toes, and we're going to see how far this thing shoots. We're going to see how much force is really on one of these springs. Oh. Well, that's horrifying. Okay, I'm going to very carefully try to pick this thing up and get it back. It came off the socket. It's like holding a loaded gun. Get in there. Why? Woo. That's horrifying. I'm gonna put you back in there. Okay. Okay, well, it wasn't as hard as everyone told me it would be. But it kicked the drill more than it kicked the metal. But at least ow! God, that's hot! At least I found a way to do it. That sits in there like that. And this goes back on top. So all we have to do now is pull this off. This is the bump stop. This is what we're going to be using. We take... I guess we wouldn't really need the boot, but I'll go ahead and put the boot back on there anyway. Bump stop on there. Put that on there. This on top of that. Take a nut. Is that thing gonna get tight, or? Well, I think that shaft in there might just be spinning. What it's acting like, if I get this, yeah, I'll just go ahead and extend it real quick. We'll see if that shaft in there is spinning. Yep. So I'm gonna have to vice grips that, but howdy, it's day 2. I got a jack that should work better. Look at the difference already. We're doing the rear 2 now. I did that side over there, then we did all the dozer stuff, and then I did this side after that, and I had stuff to do most of the day today, so now we're on the rear end of this, which should be way easier because there's way less parts to it, and now I've got an actual jack that'll make it a lot easier. So let's get this stuff on the road. We buzzed this wheel off. Come on. Simple as. So it's kind of the same deal up here. We got 2 bolts here. We got an extra bolt here for the brake line and the ABS sensor, I think. And there's 3 bolts up top, up top. And then we got this one, which is for the anti-roll bar. Same deal as up front, but there's an extra bolt here. So it should be easy. And this boot's completely gone, but here's our bump stop right there. To tell you now, first off, you will definitely want to make sure that these bars are in as early in the process as possible, because if not, this is the hardest thing to get in. Everything else you can kind of adjust around. You got to make sure the anti-sway bars are put back in their slots before you put it all back together, because it is a pain to get them in when they're not where they're supposed to be. But there's 2 bolts here, there's the extra bolt here. Everything's exactly the same as the front, just a different size. Instead of 14s up there, it's 12s. So I'm not going to video it because it's exactly the same as the front, which I have already showed you, and showed you enough of this, you should be able to understand it. So right now, I'm going to go get the other side done, and then we're going to cut to what it looks like. Well, I got it lowered. It drives like a go-kart. There's no suspension whatsoever except for that little rubber bushing and the bounce in the tires right here. But I got it lowered. It was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done, but I love it. I love it, and that's what matters. So, yeah. I can't drive it that far because it ate the serpentine belt. So it's kind of not moving right now, but the next thing I'm going to buy is a serpentine belt, and if I have enough money, some lowering springs, and then we're going to take it to the cruise night in Gore, just either like this or with lowering springs. So yeah, look at it. It's gorgeous. I'll see y'all next time.